Good morning. Good morning. I think I'm live. I should have had a little sippy here before I get nervous when you get a little countdown number. If anyone hasn't streamed on StreamYard, you get a little countdown number. And when I see that number going, I start to get nervous. Stage fright. I'm very thirsty today. Very thirsty. Alrighty. I think I mentioned on my last stream that I found a coloring book that I forgot I had, and this is it, Fragile World by Kirby Roseanne. I think you say that, Roseanne. Roseanne's has an S on the end. I'm not sure. So I've just started doing a couple of things in here. So I'm kind of just going to leaf through because I have an idea of what I want to do. Oh, it might work for that one. Or two things. Hey, Devin, good morning. You are... Oh, let's color together. Hi, Amy. Wonderful. Lurk away, lurk away. I usually am a lurker myself. I have a hard time keeping my attention to one thing. I know in some of Kirby's books, some of the things repeat, but I don't think this one does. None of this stuff really looks... Oh, that might be an idea, that one. What I'm thinking of doing, I did in another coloring book, one of my Joanna Bassford books. Hey, good morning, Barb. And I'm thinking about doing that on one of these pages. And I think that, now where did it go? That might work, but that's so big. I mean, I'm almost positive I won't get done during a stream. I don't color that fast. I think I want to do this. Let's try this one. Now, the thing is with Kirby's books, they're so big. Oh, hi, Deb. How are you? Good to see you. Hi, April. All right, I've got my pencil sharpener here. Let's see. I got room. Well, you know what? Let me dump out my crumbs. Oh, we wait for a few more folks to come in. No, that wasn't good. I had fabric sitting in I stack everything on my waistband. Every available space, I stack something. I'm a stacker. Okay, that's very noisy. Very noisy, Laura. All right, my son had gotten me, I think it was my son got me these. I don't usually use these, but I might use these today. These are Black Widow pencils. I have 2 boxes. I lost the other box. I have the pencils, but Lord knows what I did with the box, which doesn't really matter. Anyway, they're nice pencils, but I haven't used them very much. So I might use some of those. Oh, okay. Now, wait a minute. Devin says, today I'm coloring in a coloring heaven that has pages from the Ink House. Oh, I have the Ink House book, I think, if it's the one I'm thinking of. I saw Dee Dee coloring in it a long time ago. Is that the one that has like the different animals? There's like a fox in a suit, and I think he's sitting on a bench in one picture, and then there's a stack of teacups. I think that's the Ink House. Or maybe Ink House is a brand and they have all different kinds. That could be. I don't know about that. I didn't know about that. All right, I'm going to try to set my phone somewhere where it's not going to go on the floor. Well, Deb, I don't know if you were here, but I forgot I had it. I was digging through something and I'm like, oh yeah, my shelves up above me. I have shelves up above me. And oh, I was looking for tax stuff. Ugh, I'm so bad at that. And I'm pulling out all these books. And I'm like, what is that? And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then when I flipped through, I didn't recognize any of the pictures. And I'm like, how in the world did I forget I had this? I'll tell you how. I've got too many. Got too many. A condensed version. Yeah, you know what? Sometimes I think that's good. A condensed version. Actually, you know, I'm working on something for the virtual market. I don't know if it's a good idea or bad idea, but I've taken pages out of different. Hey, Beth, good morning. I've taken different pages out of some of my coloring books that are like falling apart and pages I haven't worked on, of course, and making little books, like a little color book journal. Because you know what? Sometimes you just would like to color one or two things of a certain illustrator or artist. At least for me, you don't necessarily want the whole book. And a book like that just gives you some options that you wouldn't normally have, you know? That's why I like that one, that Doodler's Anonymous. I mean, that's a cool book too. I mean, that's really cool. Okay, I don't know why my camera, my autofocus is off, but the camera goes in and out, and I don't know how to fix that. And I don't know if a new camera is really the ticket. All right, so I have some of my coffee elixir here that I am going to water down. This is the deeper stuff. I'm going to water this down a little bit, and I am going to paint a wash of coffee on this here bumblebee page. And then once I do that, I'm going to move a couple of things and see if I can get a little more room. Oh, I just don't want my phone to hit the floor. Looking for my tax stuff really has helped me clean up a lot of my schlep, but I still have a lot of schlep. I don't want to mislead you and have you think that, you know, everything's neat and orderly, because it's not, but it's better. So let's see if that works a little better. Okay. All right, now I can bring my camera down if need be. Just you have to let me know. And I'm going to test here. I don't know. I think that's a good strength. I'm going to give it a whirl. I don't really think I need this so much, but so it's just instant coffee and water. I think I could sell something like that. You know, I don't know. I have to check into it. It's just pages. But you raise a good point there, Deb. I don't know. I have to check into it. Now, I've been told, and I've done minimal research. Like if you color a piece from a coloring book and then say, I think Dee Dee says once you color it, it's yours, so that you could, you know, put it in a piece of art and use it. But I'm not a lawyer. I don't really know. Oh, let's see. There's Miss Dee Dee. There she is. She must have heard me. Try turning off your light adjustment, Lori. Oh, okay, Dee Dee. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Because, see, I have the that Logitech software. Let me just see if I can do it real quick. Logitech Capture. I can't get anything else to work on Logic. The only thing I use it for is to turn the autofocus off. And then I keep it. I am so not good at all this stuff. And I hate to tell you, I'm not really getting any better at it. I just don't get it. Okay, so let's see here. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I gotta move my. Well, I don't think I'm in the right spot, but I'll look into that. That might. I turned a couple of things off. That might be a little better. We'll see. Hello, Melissa. Hi, anybody I miss coming in. Tammy Ward. Hello, hello. Okay. Taminator is in the house. All right, so I'm just going to take a little light wash of my coffee mixture. It's just instant coffee. And of course, I put it in boiling water. Oh, look, see, I made it real streaky there. Guess I'm going to have to go faster. This may not be what I want it to be. But I'm going to try it. Now, I looked up a picture the other day of this bee, and I forget what he's called. He's called, I can look it up. It's in the back of the book. But he's kind of a brown bee, not real bright. He's not a bright bee. It's just getting very streaky. I'm not looking up right now because I'm trying to go quickly. Maybe I should have used maybe a sponge brush would have been better. See, look, I got a dark spot over here. I didn't move my paper down. It's all right. Right, yeah. But I think if you use part of it and make art from it, like I've done some of my coloring and I've sold that in my local shop, not online. And I put the artist's name on the back, to make sure that that information is there and make sure it's clear that I only colored it. Okay, that's really kind of dark, but I'm going to try it. We're going to see we're going to see how that is. So now, of course, I have to use my heat gun a moment, so please excuse me. Yeah, that's true, Judy. You're right. I have to look up that Coloring Heaven version. I'll talk you down here. You like the streak, Deb? I think I'm going to use a stencil and some of my oxides and just put a little bit of something back there. I'm going to look up what this guy is called real quick because it's driving me crazy. I looked it up the other. My head's like a sieve. Everything just falls out. I had a long and emotional day. The Rusty Patched Bumblebee, which is endangered. This book's all endangered stuff. Oh, that's a good idea. Devin's saying the paper in that book she's coloring in, the quality of paper is not very good, and Judy's suggesting that you can make a copy on better paper. That's a very good idea. Oh, I just love it. I love when paper curls and gets bumpy. It feels pretty dry. It feels pretty dry. All right, so I think I'm going to use this is also a Dee Dee tip. Dee Dee's our guru. She teaches us. She says she's not a teacher, but she does teach us a lot of stuff. Especially for those who maybe are watching, excuse my arm, watching the replay. And we're always talking about some of these gals. It's Dee Dee Willingham, who gives us a lot of tips, with especially with coloring and background work and collage. Okay, I'm looking for my tinny honeycomb looking stencil, because just all of a sudden it occurred to me, oh, that might look cute back there. Oh, I have one. I know I have one. Boy, it was really nice out here this morning. It was nice and sunny here, and now it's all clouded over again. It's a little on the chillier side. Hubby's trying to convince our little pooch to, do her business. Yeah, but online you don't have to have patience, really. I mean, you do your thing, and we watch. Believe me, we watched. We don't blink, Dee Dee. We don't blink. We learn so much. Okay, so I'm just taking this little makeup brush, and I'm going to just not even use the same pressure, really. Oh, I should have moved that over. And just maybe not even... I'm going to try to not get too much of the bees. And then if I don't like it, I can just paint around it. Wouldn't it be neat if one of these books came out? Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. Wouldn't it be neat if one of these books came out with a spine that laid flat? Oh my gosh, that would be so wonderful. At least to me, I think it would be wonderful. I'm just going to try to scoot a little bit of this in between these flowers. Yeah, so it's been like Christmas for me, because I discovered I had this book and forgot all about having purchased it. I think I have most of his books. A couple of them not too thrilled with. They just weren't my thing. But I like the original. I think the Fantasia one I wasn't too thrilled with. And of course some of them they repeat, which is good, because then you get a second shot at doing it over. So I'm not paying real close attention really to overlapping or I couldn't decide what I wanted to do today. I had a couple of things in mind, and yesterday was my aunt's memorial service, so it was a long day and an emotional day. So I thought, maybe I'll just color and chill. So if anybody else has this book and they're coloring along, let me know. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Can you guys see that? I mean, Miss Judy. Hi, Judy. Can you see? Cool, right? And I don't know that I'm going to color the flowers true to what they should be. I'm just going to make it my own thing. But you can bet there'll be purple. There'll be purple involved. Am I on screen? Yeah. I feel like the book is slipping over. I love coffee staining. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. I should straighten that up a little bit. I wish I could get some of my family interested in coloring. Thanks, Deb. Yeah, there's one of Joanna Basford's coloring books, Inky something. I did a lot of the pages with the coffee wash. I haven't gone back and done the entire book. But as most of you know, a lot of her stuff is so small. You have to be in the mood. I think number one. I need a little more in here, I think. I'm going to put a little under his belly. Can't really see that. Let's get another little spot under there. And I think that's pretty much, I think I got pretty much. Okay. I think we're good on that. Alrighty. Alrighty. Yes, I love coffee drinking too. And sometimes I forget and put my brush in the wrong coffee. It happens. Judy's having a freak snowstorm. Oh no, that much snow? Oh my goodness. That's cool though, Beth. That's cool. I had done a video, gosh, when I first started on YouTube. So it's like back in 2014, I think it is. And I was doing, I think, a ceramic piece. And one lady had commented and wanted to know, how did she put it? Something like, why was I putting my brush in my coffee? But my water was so dirty, it looked like a cup of coffee. Okay, I just pulled out, instead of rummaging through my pencils and making that horrible noise, I just pulled out a little container and have a lot of what I use here. And then I have my bigger zippered compartment right handy if I should need some colors. So I think I'm going to start with, and these look like the tall, skinny, am I close enough? The tall, skinny flowers look like lilacs to me, like a lilac bush. So I'm going to start with that. Now I use mostly Prisma, and that's what I'm going to use here. Prisma Premier, and this one is Parma Violet. And I'm just going to start with the light. I usually start with my greens. Green's my favorite. Then purple. And then orange. And I don't mind the smell of coffee either, so now everything smells good here. I know some people don't like that either. I think there are girls' videos that I've watched, and I don't know who. They put some vanilla in their coffee staining dye mixture. You love to color, Melissa? Me too. Years ago, when I was still working, I worked at a college, and one of my responsibilities was to head up our what we called a phone-a-thon, and I had to hire students that worked for me that would then make phone calls and ask donors and friends of the school to support our scholarship fund. And so when we would start the season and start making calls, we would reach a lot of people right away. But then after weeks, after week, after week, it would be harder to reach folks. And so there was a lot of, not really downtime, but the kids would be on the phone. And to keep them from chatting with each other, I told them they would color. So I always had coloring books and crayons. We used crayons. And I had a set of pencils that I would sit and color while the kids were working. I had to be there to just make sure, and they were good kids, just to make sure, they were behaving and not goofing off. Anyhow, they were all admiring my coloring, and of course the one little gal said, "Yeah, but you're using color pencil. That's why yours looks so good." And so I said, "Oh, I'll use crayons." So I colored something with crayon. And she said, "Never mind." Dev says, I had a lady comment that you were cruel to take Lucy out because she was panting. I just ignored her. What, you took her out of the room because she was panting and you could hear her on the video? Yeah, well, people, right? Ugh. Dee Dee gives good advice. And if you look at other streams and you look at some of the other comments, like, okay, sometimes I think, like, I don't think my voice is so great. But, I have had people say to me they find my voice soothing. I don't get it. I think it's kind of a manly voice. But anyway, I listen to people. And their voice may not be too, terrific or what, but it's their voice. It's not like they can do, you know what I mean? Like, that's just plain nasty stuff. There's no need for that jazz. I also like, criticism that's helpful. I had one lady on one of my standalones, and she made a very good point, and it was negative, but she made a very good point, and it was something I hadn't thought about. I appreciated that, but she did it very nicely. She wasn't mean. No, you had a video where I showed her outside picking. It was 10 a.m. and spring and not hot. She also said, get to, that was my comment, get to the point. We don't need to see you picking weeds. Oh yeah, she was just, Yeah, that's what some other folks have said, Dee Dee. Yeah, thank you. I just, sometimes the sound of your own voice. I don't know. I like I like to watch picking weeds and something different. Of course, I like to watch paint drying too. At my aunt's memorial service yesterday, at the luncheon that my cousin was having, they were talking about all the different television shows and stuff that they watch. I said, I don't watch a lot of that anymore. I watch YouTube videos. They're much better. Yeah. Constructive, that's the word, Dev. Constructive feedback is really a good thing. Yeah, right, Dee Dee. The chat show. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been able to get my sisters hooked yet to tune in. And now my 93-year-old neighbor just got an iPad tablet, so I'm going to see if I can get her to figure out how to get on YouTube and watch live, because she's lonely, and it would give her an opportunity to, interact with some folks. It's a good thing. Okay, so I just basted in my lilacs. Now I'm going to pick something darker. A lot of times I like to use the 3 different tones, but I don't know. I don't know about these. We're just going to see how it goes. And they're little tiny. I love lilacs. They're just little tiny flowers. If you're not familiar, all stuck on a stem. Let me see if I can get it to. Woo. Yeah, it's not clearing up today. One time I thought where I worked. Okay, so this one's blue violet. I'm going to see if I like it. I'm just going to try to go in and deepen up around. I think I'd rather violet. Let me see if I can find a violet. You can tell the ones that I have, the pencils that I have tons of, are the colors I don't use that much. What was I going to say? I was just going to say something to y'all. That quick, it went out of my head. Let's see if I can find a violet. Here we go. That one's a little pointier. Let's try that one. I'm always out of my favorite colors. I know how to crochet, Melissa. Do you have a question about crocheting? I'm working on sunflower flower mug rugs. They're turning out cute, and they're crochet. I think I have them right here. Let's see. I'll show you. Crocheting hurts my hands quite a bit, but I'm trying to settle in on the pattern I like the best. Now, of course, this was with really big and heavier thread, and so I doubled the yellow to match the brown. I don't have a, that's, that would be like for a soup mug, I guess. And here's another one. I wasn't crazy about this yarn because this was hard on my hand. See, it depends on the, now this one's a different pattern. And this was a little more fussy to make. So I think they're turning out cute. But I think, you know, some nights I color, some nights I crochet or I knit. I just, you know, a lot of it's practice, you know. Oh my gosh. An animal butt mug rug? Oh, that sounds so cute. Oh. Yeah, keep trying. And like even like with knitting especially, there's such a learning curve to just get comfortable with handling and holding the needles. You know, the yeah, the butt rugs. I might have to look that up. Oh, I wish I knew what I did with my other glasses. My goodness, I'm so thirsty today. Kind of like all over the place here. What did Barb say? Barb's always saying funny stuff. Your secret stays with all of us, so you too. Barb, what do you have going on today? You baking anything or doing laundry? Barb's always busy doing some stuff. She's usually making some really yummy sounding treats. A lot of times when I'm color, I'm all over the map. Yes, exactly, Beth. I don't know if you can even really see I should put my phone on so I can see what you're seeing. I'm trying just to pick out like maybe little individual flowers. Okay, so I was very excited the other day and I don't think I was seeing things, but out the back, my back door here. Ooh, nice, Dev. And we have a little, my husband's just started cleaning up the gardens and putting the mulch down. And he moved a little metal birdhouse that we have and put it in my little garden here out the door of my where I do my art stuff. And it was overcast, but I was getting ready to let the pup out, and there was some activity at the little birdhouse, and the birds looked very, very blue. Very blue. Oh, raisin bread. That does sound yummy. And I know there's bluebirds in the area. We've never had any, but like my hairdresser, she gets tons of them. So I got up to look closer. Of course, they flew away, even though I tried to be very quiet. And then it started to rain, so they didn't come back. And I told the girls the other day, I think they probably were either at the mall or at the realtor's checking out, what was available in the area. But they haven't come back. And I'm so sad. All right, this is, I believe, this is either see, my pencil's all run down. It might be a black cherry. I don't think it's the dark purple. I'm looking for my dark purple. I know I have a bigger one here. That's black cherry. That's a little too red. Let me think. Dark purple. What's the number? 931. Yeah, this is 9. This must be the black cherry. I'm going to try. Well, maybe the black cherry would look good. Oops! Broke my pencil point. Yeah, I don't know if you can really even see the difference there. I love pretty short. I can't throw them away. Yeah, dark purple is one of my favorites. I hate throwing them away. Well, I got a lot of flowers to do, so let me just do that flower that way. And then let me get a little, when I first started coloring, if you will, seriously as an adult, once I retired, I just didn't get the white pencil thing. My daughter's sister-in-law is an artist, and she went to school at Oxford to be a gallery person. I mean, she knows her stuff, and she can draw. She's, quite talented. And she's like, a lot of people blend with the white pencil. And I'm like, what? So she was telling me all different stuff to do with a white pencil. So now every time I place an order for pencils, I always make sure I get white, because my white's usually always hardly existent. So I'm just putting a couple little spots here and there to make try to make it look a little brighter. And then I'm going to get use this Parma. Go back over just a little bit, deepen them. Those little blossoms. Just here, there, and everywhere. And then my favorite green color, which, if you can believe it, Dick Blick has been out of this lime peel like forever. I've been waiting months, forever. Melissa, you're bored? I'm sorry. Is it because I'm boring? Dee Dee, I know you. Dee Dee, I cannot get those white Posca pens to do what you get them to do. I don't know if I don't shake them enough. Or you're just very talented. I absolutely cannot get them to do what you get them to do. Some of it might be I press too much. Like Ampex says, you don't want to press down too much on with some of those markers. I think this is so cute how he put the leaves. Yeah, I have a hard time with them. How he popped the leaves out of the little lilac bloom. Yeah, the other colors work okay with me. It's just the white I struggle with. I am a struggle. This lime peel is like such a fabulous color to me. Love it, love it, love it. I wish they had a darker, like the dark green is more like a blue green. I'm not real crazy about that. I like the, I wonder if I have one here, like a marine or keel, the keel, is it keel? I love the marine green, and there's a couple others. Well, sometimes it is watery, but other times, mostly, yeah, I use the littlest one mostly, and I just can't get a real white color out of it. It just looks eh. Oh, kelp. Kelp is a good one, but it's not real dark. Marine is the darker one. So I usually grind those up pretty well. Olive greens, not bad. Let's see. Do I have a marine? There's a marine. Uh-oh, don't go back there. Ugh. Yep, every time. Hey, Ann. Girls, Ann and Deb will be on later this afternoon around 5-ish. What did you say, Ann, on Deb's channel? Is Deb's channel Deb Farrell? Is that her channel, or does she have a different name? You can let us know, please. Yeah, shake it well. Maybe I don't shake it well. I don't know. It never fails. Every time I stream, and I tell everybody when I'm streaming in my family. Oh my goodness, I'm pushing too hard. Did you push it? And I'm really not going that hard. I'm not pressing that hard. So I think maybe I'll do like another color flower, and then I'm going to do a bee. I'm nervous to do the bee. Is Carol here? Hi, Carol. I love making journals, Carol. You girls were working hard this morning. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I have my chartreuse. Yeah, chartreuse. Oh, I love that color too. Like, especially when I'm painting. Oh, thanks, Dev. I like to use I like to use my neon paints because they really make your highlights pop. So I'm going to use this chartreuse green on the edge of my I wish I was ambidextrous. Yes, Carol streams Sunday, yeah, Saturday and Sunday morning. I have a little grid I'm working on to get everybody's times on there that have designated time. And I have Carol. I wasn't sure what time Ann and Deb come on. And do they take turns on their channels? Ann, do you take turns on your channels? Like 1 week it's Deb's channel and 1 week it's yours? And I got Jamie. Jamie is like every third. And I'm not sure what time. Yeah, you take turns. Okay, so I'll have to put that in. I'm not sure a good place to post it. I'm going to put it on my community tab. But see, not that it's going to get buried, because really nobody comes to my community tab, quite honestly. I need to know. Yeah, I saw that Colleen moved to Thursdays. I wonder why she did that. I'm wondering if is that a permanent thing? Did she say? I wasn't able to watch because I stream Thursday mornings, but I can be flexible. So I might switch. I'm trying to find a good spot for myself. And I might be able to do that. But I want to get it right on the grid. And then who was I thinking? There's somebody. Oh, Bev. I wish the community tab had compartments so that you could put, a permanent document in. You think it's permanent for now? Okay. Bev, well, you're here. Bev, what is Rebecca's? Does Rebecca have a set time, or does she kind of like pop on and off? Or like, when she's able to? Or does she have a set time? Because I don't know about Rebecca. So I need to check her time. Did you, Barb? It got buried. I'll have to look for it. Thanks, Barb. Sorry, I was taking a sip. So if Beth's still here, she can tell me. I think she knows what Rebecca does. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I'll try a little. Adding a little olive. Hi, Lena. How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, that's true. You're right. Deb, for sure. Okay, so I think this is enough. I can always come back and fuss some more. But that's what basically what the lilac is going to look like. I do so love orange and doing orange flowers. So I think I'm going to do that down here because they just look like they should be orange to me. And I think I'm going to, let's see what color yellow. I think I'm going to make these guys yellow. I should know the names of these, but I don't. It's not coming to me. A canary's kind of bright. I could use some bright yellow. All right, so I'm going to base this in with canary yellow. Doo, 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 doo. And if anybody is just coming in, hello, hello, thank you for coming in. But I took this page and painted it first with a mixture of coffee and water. Just painted it on with a brush. Dried it with my heat gun, and then I used a stencil and Distress Oxide ink and a honeycomb stencil, and stenciled in some of the background. It looks like I could use a little bit of stenciling in here. All right, now to find other flowers that look like this guy. Of course, this one is, but I wonder if these guys know. It's a different petal. And that's a different petal. So I guess it's just these two. Okay, let's say. Oh, thank you, Judy. Lena's saying, I was thinking to steal Colleen's open slot on Friday. Oh, no, go for it. Yeah, that was the other thing. What time does Barb Owen start? Actually, I was thinking, see, I never know what we're doing. And my husband and I, we don't do a lot. So I was wondering if maybe like Saturday afternoon seems to be a dead spot. And it may be because a lot of people are running errands and doing, catching up from the work week and that sort of thing. So I was kind of maybe going to feel that spot. And I also I have a lot of ideas for standalone videos, which I haven't been able to get to them. Oh, thanks, Dee Dee. Okay, so Barb Owen is on at 2 p.m. And that's Eastern, right? Okay, thanks, Ann. Yeah, Lena. Yeah, good. Thanks. That's great. I wasn't sure about her time. I always seem to catch everybody after they started. And maybe I'll make this stem a little darker to start. Let's go with the kelp. I do love my green. Whew, love it. At the luncheon yesterday with my family, my sister Jackie, my youngest sister, she's a bit of a card. She's very funny. At every family gathering, she usually, when we all sit down, she sits down and says, okay, now everybody, let's go around the table and everybody say something positive about, or, whatever she does. She's always got some kind of shenanigans she's pulling. So yesterday it was, let's go around the table and everybody say their favorite color. Well, I don't know that I ever heard my mother say her favorite color. which is really odd because we talk about a lot of different stuff. Now, my youngest sister knew, but her favorite color is orange. I had no idea. No idea. Let's see. I could do this for, I mean, really, hours. What's Carol say? Always said my favorite color is. Your favorite color is autumn? Hmm. Um, I know she does Mary does Friday nights regularly. I don't know that it's every Friday morning. She may, but she's like super early. Like for me, on the East Coast, she's on like at 5:30 in the morning. Her time is like 4:30 in the morning. So she's kind of got that window all to herself. Most of us are just still snoozing. Barb, when you say autumn, do you mean like rusty colors? Yeah, right, Carol. Yeah, she stops around 10. And then Colleen, well, Colleen was coming on 10 there for a while, and then I think she switched to like 10:30 or 11. Colleen likes to stay up late. I'm with her. I like to stay up late too. No, I have no commitment. Because usually I'm either just going to bed at 4:30, Deb, or I stay up way too late. It's just like I want to do one more thing. I want to just get one more thing done. Okay, let's put a little white on some of these tips. I have one friend that I worked with years ago, and every once in a while our gang would get together and have lunch. And I was talking about my coloring, and she's like, I wouldn't know what color to choose. It would be very stressful for me. I hadn't thought about that, but I guess obviously there are people like that. Which for me, a lot of times I look at something. Oh, that would work. Is that okay for you though, Lena? With your what time of day is that for you? Of course, we could take turns, Lena, and stream together. That might be a hoot. How do I start a basket? Coloring a basket? Well, I would pick a base color, like maybe a tan, or you could do some shade of yellow. And then where your little weave is and they overlap, you know, you want to start your darker color, like a darker version, say, of your tan, like a medium brown, and bring that out a little bit onto the basket weave. Like say you had a basket weave, let's just say. Let's see. I'm trying to think of let me look at, I have a basket right here. Okay, so a basket, you have slats that come down this way, right? And then you have other slats that come across this way. So if you color the whole thing in, say, like a brown color. Now, this is just real fast. Don't judge me. I know that would be fun, right, Lena? See, you might color it all in one color, right? And then you would go, oh, how do you store a crocheted basket? Oh, I thought you meant color. How do you store a crochet basket? I'm not sure what you're asking, sweetie. If you're crocheting a basket, don't you want to fill it with stuff? Sit it on a shelf or something? Okay, I'm going to pick out, like I usually like my goldenrod. Let's see what if I have a goldenrod here. No, this is mineral orange. Goldenrod. I thought you were coloring, Melissa. Oh, Deb, you got to give up that work and jazz. Come on. Give it up. Oh, there's Beth. Beth, did you hear me ask? I might have missed it in chat. Does Rebecca have set times that she... Oh, did you, Dee Dee? I did. Thank you. I'm not alone. Does she have set times that she streams? You know, the little Rebecca that you're on with, that comes on with you? Yeah. Well, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep working at it. Keep working at it. Now I'm just taking the goldenrod mostly down at the base of the flowers. Some people are probably saying, oh, be quiet and just color. Yes, talk about priorities. I kind of retired by accident, which really was okay for me. How do you crochet a basket? I never crocheted a basket. Just get a pattern. Look for a free pattern on the internet and then just follow the instructions. And if you have a hard time with the instructions, either watch a video for that particular stitch or send me a message and I'll try to help you. Okay, so I'm just doing this little yellow one. So I've got my goldenrod in there now. See, I needed to get a deeper shade. So let's go with, let's try one of these pencils. This is it's called Cinnamon. There's one color here. It's called Fog Brown. It does not look like fog brown to me. That's suede. That can be, I guess, subjective. Washed purple. Okay, I'll give you that. That looks like washed purple. I should have held it out. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Oh, here we go. Can you see this pencil? They call it fog brown. Look, there's the end. Can you see it? Where's my thumb? It will. Am I making you crazy? Fog brown. Okay, does that look like fog brown? Yes, there's a video for everything. Absolutely. Okay, so these are Black Widow, and this is skin. The skin set. I don't really know how these work. It's just okay on top of the Prisma. Just okay. Did Bethy answer me? Oh, here she is. I know she likes to stream Monday and Tuesday around 10. And she has been, thanks, Beth. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. Monday and Tuesday at 10. Monday, Tuesday, 10. Okay, great. Thanks. Thanks very much. Oh, that sounds fun, Deb. Yeah, right, Devin? I mean, oh my gosh. Oh, that's okay, Beth, because if anybody, once I post it, if anybody sees it, I can always change it. At least it's a start, you know? That's cool. These girls, the phonathon, I would teach them to knit. I taught them to knit, and then we had international students live with us for about 6 years total, I guess. And I taught a couple of those gals to knit. So that was fun. My one friend, Kathy, I worked with her. She was a secretary in our department. And I hadn't knitted in years. I learned as a kid and hadn't knitted in years. And then when she came to work in our department, she would bring her knitting and knit at lunchtime. So she got me started again with knitting. Man, this woman doesn't even need to look at the pattern. Like, she looks at the pattern once and then she's good to go. I'm like always checking my pattern and second guessing myself, but that's just part of my issues anyway. All right, I'm going to hit this with a little dark brown. Way down deep. And she suggested that we go to a convention, a knitters convention. Oh my gosh. Well, did my family have a field day with that? Everybody was making fun of me, especially my bonus son, the guy that lives in the UK. So we went, and it was in Georgia, and in Atlanta. And oh my gosh, did we have a blast? And we were there for, like, I guess 2 nights. All kinds of knitting stuff to buy and yarn, and then we'd go back to our hotel and knit for hours till we fell asleep. And especially my bonus son, he would say, it's just a bunch of old women, you know? And I'm like, no, there are young women that still knit. And there were a lot of young women there. But we felt funny. Hi, Angie. We felt funny taking their picture, you know, because we were strangers. Kathy kept saying, let's just ask them. Let's just ask them if we can take their picture so we can prove there's young women that knit. We had a great time. Well, we did the same thing. We went to Connecticut one time. And that was fun too. She's always wanted to go on a knitting cruise, but we never did that. All right, so I think I'm going to call that one, at least for now, done. Now I'm going to look up this bee. Where to put my phone? What did I say it was called? A rusty what? A rusty, what am I? I'm thinking rusty hinge. That's Tim Holtz color. I'm telling you, my head is a sieve. Rusty patched bumblebee. Rusty patched bumblebee. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, I was going to mention this too. If anybody likes word games, okay, probably some of you, you're ironing, Ange, good girl. Maybe some of you have heard of this, the game Wordle. It's the, I think it's New York Times. You get one puzzle a day. You get 6 chances to figure out the word. If anybody's interested, I could make like a little grouping in, what's it, messages? And we could post how many tries it takes you to get the word each day. If anybody is interested in that, I think that would be fun. Just let me know. You play Wordle? Oh, you want to do it, Ann? I got yesterday's in 3. I thought I was all that, you know. My sister got it in 2. I couldn't believe it. Although mine's not right. My 2 sisters play, and theirs records like how many how many days they've played and how many times they got it in 3, how many times mine is just a 1-day thing. But there's a problem with the game. I think they're trying to work on it. But anyway, okay, so I'm looking. So contact me if you're interested in Wordle, and I'll put you on the little grouping, and you can always get out if you don't want to be on it. Let's see. I want to hit images, and let me see if I get. Oh, look at this one. I don't know. That's not the right one. That can't be the right one. Lavender Box Treasures. Oh, this is a needle felt. Oh, look at this, Beth. A needle felted rusty patched bee. How cute is that? How cute is that? But the real pictures of ones, I didn't look like they had that much white on them to me. Maybe this is just a regular old bee. No, they can't be. This endangered rusty patched bee. There he is. So that's what I'm going to try to color. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Those wings, I might have to look up something to paint like those. Not paint, color those wings. Man alive, am I thirsty today? Okay. Let's go for it. So, I want to pick out a nice, I think I'm going to start with cream. And then just add some yellow in. You're interested, Melissa? Okay, are you on Oh, I should show you the game. Hold on. Hold, please. Let me show you the Wordle game. Let's see. I'm going to go right where I was. Hello. Okay, so when you go to NewYorkTimes.com, I think it is, and put in Wordle, you'll be able to load the game. So, and then you'll get this explanation page that will come up, okay? So then you read your directions, and then you get a grid that, now I have my screen on, wait a minute. Let me go to settings. Let me see if I can change this quick. Displays and brightness. Is that what I have? Yeah, I'll do light. And then you'll be able to see it better. Hold on. Oh, I might have to reload it. There we go. Ooh, that is bright. So you get a grid at the top. It's a 5-letter word, and you get 6 chances to try to figure out what it is. So I always start with, say, like, I have a couple of words that I use as my go-to words to just get started. So the first word I'm going to try is I'm going to put in the word climb. And I think this is the new word, CLIMB. And then you hit enter. And can you see the different colors? I can make it bigger. So C is in the word. It's in the wrong spot because it's yellow. L is in the correct spot. I and M are not in this word. And B is in the word, but it's in the wrong spot. So then I usually put another word in to try to get some other letters. So let me make it smaller again. So my next word I usually put in is trash. Oops, I spelled it wrong. TRASH. And then I hit enter. And now see, I have the letter A is in the right space. So the L and the A are in the right space. Oh, you could be right. Amy says black, so let's try black. So I'm going to put in BLACK. Now let me just, before I hit enter, show you down here where the alphabet is, it blacks out or grays out the letters that aren't in the word, and in light gray, it shows you the letters that are still available to be used. So we've got the letter black in. Bingo, she got it in 3. Now see, on most people, I don't know most. On some people, when they load the game, it will do your statistics. But see, for me, I played one game. It's always one. It reloads every time. So when I did some research, there's a problem with the app, and they're trying to work on it. So for me, I don't get my statistics really. I just get a one and done thing. But I thought it might be fun if some of us all like on Messenger. Is it Messenger? Yeah, Messenger. We're all on the same feed. We could put in each day, how many times it took us to get the word. So if you're interested, you can message me on Instagram or put a message, in this video or one of my videos. And then, I think that would be fun. And it's just one puzzle a day. No, it's just, it's NewYorkTimes.com, right, Anne? Do you remember what the website is? If you search Wordle, I think it's the NewYorkTimes.com comes up. And when it comes up and you put Wordle in there, it brings you to where you can load the game. So check it out. Okay, so I missed what. Okay, Devin says my son had to code a program similar to this game for a computing course this year. Yeah, I bet. Oh, really? Oh, how about that, Barb? Hmm. Okay, cool, Amy. Um, oh, you don't say Amy, right? You say a me. Do I have the right person? You say a me. I'm sorry. That just dawned on me that I'm saying your name wrong. Okay, Beth, have a good afternoon. Um, somebody else said something that I missed. What did Deb say about something about mixed media? Hey, Dana, how are you? You just started playing? Cool. I love I love playing Wordle. Can I go back? Let's see. How far will I go? Used to be. Oh, she used to go to bead retreats. Okay, cool. I missed whatever Deb said. I know she put the word paint in there. Okay, so I'm going to try to just decipher where these yellow patches are supposed to be. And I'm just lightly putting in some cream because I put the coffee stain on here. And I think this is part of its little hairiness up in here. So I'm going to make it part of its little hairiness. And then I think I'm going to do some light on who's, let's face it, the bee police are not going to be after me. So I'm just going to put a little bit of light on the top of his, and I'm sure every bee is not exactly the same. Their coloring is probably all different. So I'm kind of going by the coloring book and what the artist has kind of, Kirby has kind of lightened up some areas here. I'm just going to go with that. And of course, I've got all the little bees around here too. Let's not forget these guys. So I'm gonna rub a little something on these guys while I have my cream in my hand. It's such a small space. So anyway, I haven't seen any bluebirds come back. I'm pretty sure they were bluebirds. But we don't have a special box. Supposedly they like a special box. This guy's coming at me, so he's kind of, I think he's just yellow there. All right, now let's come back to that canary yellow. How are you doing, Dana? Are you feeling well? You had a stretch there where you were not feeling well. Okay, I'm going to practice on, and I don't want the whole, I want some of it to be just that lighter color. Now that part's going to have some rustiness on that. Or a little back. We got this it's not a magazine. I guess it's an advertisement. I don't even know whose book it is. But it had pictures of pelicans. Oh, you're much better? Oh, wonderful. All right, Carol's working on her book. I like mine to be chunky. Do you have any book pages? Are you putting any book pages in, Carol? Carol was working on a journal this morning. Oop, that's his head. I didn't really want to do that. Anyway, this little flyer we got, there were pictures of pelicans in there, and of course I didn't know that. But baby pelicans on their back, their feathers have like a heart shape. They're so cool looking. I was thinking about maybe trying to draw some. They look so adorable. Okay, so now let's see if that's his head. It's kind of yellowy in here. Make this mostly yellow. Put a little bit of yellow in here. And then on his back. And it almost kind of looks like a little bib area here where the rust is. Let's see. Let me use this mineral orange to start. And then I can deepen that up. I'm not going to see so much of that shape on the little ones. Okay. Oh, from your encyclopedia? Oh, that's a good idea. I like the dictionary pages too. I like to rip them apart. Now, let's see. I know I put, here we go. I knew I had put a terracotta in here. I'm going to deepen up this little rusty hinge part with terracotta. I feel like I'm coloring in the wrong direction. And bees are hairy looking, right? When you look at the pictures close up, they look like they have, you know, just little hairs. Now he's got some black that almost looks solid. Like I'm going to color this in here, but I think I want to use a Sharpie pen for some of this stuff. But maybe look up against the flowers here, do more of a solid color with the black. Now, Dee Dee, let me ask your, oh my goodness, I didn't, see, this is why you need to mark your indigo. This is indigo, not black. I'm thinking, why does this not look very dark? Hello, it's not black. Dee Dee, what would be your suggestion for coloring his wings to make him look like they're see-throughy? You just do that with like highlights? Oh, covering up my blue. Am I blue? Am I blue? I got my one niece knitting. Wish I could get somebody in my family to color. She doesn't have any babies yet, so she has plenty of time. My daughter used to knit. She doesn't do too much anymore. She's got 2 young children. And then my niece has got 2 even younger. My other niece has even 2 younger children. So they don't really have time. They work. They're not stay-at-home moms. Bye, Dev. Have a good afternoon. Highlight with, okay, Dee Dee says, highlight with a Posca. Okay. Melissa says pink wings. I'm going to try to stay. They don't look pink to me. I want to try to stay. Although that top one looks a little rusty. You know, when you really look at it, I guess you can see like a little pink in there, Melissa. All right, he's got this back here that kind of a crosshatch. I'm going to put in a little deeper. I'm not pushing real hard on this area. Just around the flower a little bit. Oh, I just happened to remember Peggy's had her niece coming. I wonder how that's going. She was coming Thursday for a visit. That's a leg. I think that's a leg. This is a leg. Down here's a leg. I want those solid. I think that's a leg down in there. It's got legs everywhere. See, these flowers are right on his back. Oh, yes. Thanks, Devin, for reminding us. Okay, now, Dev, is that a particular day or is that an ongoing thing? Mostly on IG. Hey, Brenda, hi. Okay, don't forget to check out Devin Rex for Art on Instagram. Nice to see you, Brenda. Hope you're well. This is cute. He's got one flower sticking out his behind. Cute. I wonder if my idea is going to work here. Let's just see if I have a somewhat juicy Sharpie marker. Not marker, sorry. Marky pen, not a marker. Let's just see. Of course, this is going to take a while. But if you want to do something like this, you can do it, you know, like while you're watching TV or something. Or a baseball game. And not the Braves, Dee Dee, not the Braves, the Phillies. Let's see. Let me move my phone for that slide. Let me just see. I think this is how I want to go. You know, and I can bring the little hairs kind of past where the artist drew it, where Kirby drew it, and kind of make them look even hairier. Let's see, what do you think? Let's see if I have it in the right spot. See, can you see? Whoop. Right in here. I'm just going over the lines that Kirby put in there. Let me try on the yellow. Now here I want to put, on the picture of the bee that I found, there's a little dark spot. Oh, I hate when that happens. There we go. There's kind of a dark spot right in there. Oop, right in there. Oh, that's not his eye, right? His eyes are on the front of his head. I wonder what that thing is there. And then I need a deeper spot there where his rusty patch is. Now this is going to be really curious. I'm just going to try to, I mean, I'm barely touching the page because I don't want to, you know, get it all yucky. Make sure I got the black. And then where did I have, this is the dark brown. Like on either side of this rusty patch, it's really dark. Now let's go back to our terracotta. Go back over that a little bit. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask. Dee Dee, you're funny. Dee Dee, you probably know little Sammy that used to be on in color. Is she still on? I haven't seen her. I know she got married, right? And then did she have a baby? Is she taking a break? Do you happen to know? I didn't know who to ask, and I couldn't remember the name of her channel. Isn't that terrible? Okay, so Devin says she has a baby. Oh, how wonderful. And she's taking a break. Okay. I always liked watching her. All right, so Devin says their weekly prompts mostly on Instagram for the month of April. Use any medium. So you want to check out on Instagram, Devin Rex. Very good. Let's see if I brighten that up a little. So let me try this yellow patch here. Melissa, you can watch videos, but if you want, we can do a private thing. I don't have a problem. We can find a time to maybe spend a half hour or so, and I can show you how to crochet. But you need to message me if you have Instagram. You send me a private message, and we'll see if we can work something out. I can do that. And I'm Pink Girly there, so you should be able to find me. But the thing with, like Dee Dee's saying, you know, go on YouTube and look for a video. With the videos like that, you can stop and start them. Of course, you can't ask questions. So, you know, if anybody else wanted to learn too, I think this pen's about had it. You know, you could be included in that too. I know I had a second Sharpie over here. Lori tends to throw. There it is. I think this one's ready for the bin. All right, I think I want to try a wing, but I am nervous to try a wing. It might be all right. Might be all right. Very subtle. Okay, so let me get my picture back up here. I have to change my... They kind of are glistening, kind of like a glistening, but see, you can see some like peachy pink in there. Hmm. All right, let me try the back wing. This is one of those skin... Okay, don't be nervous. Just wing it. Barb, you are amazing. Yeah, this color might work. This is one of those skin colored. Okay, now this is called Saffron. It's clearly an orange. You know, Saffron's yellow to me, but who am I? So I'm just going to make a very light, very, very light coating. Now remember, I have that coffee stain underneath. And his wing goes all the way down in amongst those fleurs. And then the veins of his wings kind of looks like a rusty... kind of jazz. So I'm going to go right over the line. And then come back over with my peach and kind of try to blend that down. I've got a little bit of a line there. I want to blend that a little better. Now I'm putting some dark across the top of the wing, but then I'm going to come back. I'm just mad about Saffron. Saffron's mad about me. They call me Mellow. Oh, girl. They call me Mellow Yellow. That's right. I haven't been singing too much today, have I? Now I've got that peachy undertone. What would it look like if I did a little... brighten it up a little bit with some white because I have the coffee stain. I'm just crazy about saffron. Saffron's crazy for me. Barb, I feel like if we ever got together, we'd never get any work done. We'd be busy giggling and singing. I know I've asked this before. Has anybody ever followed that gal? I haven't seen her much lately. Oh, okay, Dee Dee. Have a good afternoon. Have fun. That girl Daphne that colors, she used to post stuff on Instagram. I don't know if she still does. Her stuff is amazing. But you can't see any of the, like, the drawing lines. I just can't figure out how she does it. She doesn't tell. She doesn't color and tell. Good. Dee Dee left. If I mess up, oh look, I see some more wing. If I mess up with that white Posca, I won't feel too bad. Melissa, I'm glad you mentioned the pink. I didn't really see it at first, but yeah, it kind of does look pink in the picture I'm looking at. It's like a peachy pink. They call me Mellow Yellow. Oh, Dee Dee, thank you so much. That's very sweet. Thank you. And getting arrested. Speaking of which, the police came when I was running my phone-a-thon and threatened to take me in. That was interesting. And a little embarrassing. We were up on the 3rd floor of the building that I worked in. And the kids used phones. They could only dial out. Could not get a phone call back in. Now, I had a phone on my desk that people could call in. But you had to dial 9. And then if you were doing an area code, 91, to get, to call someone in a different state. We were in Pennsylvania. And we have been calling for several nights. No issues, no problem. All right. And this one particular night, security called. I know you're working tonight. You got the phone going. Is anyone dialing 911? And I'm like, no, they're all sitting here. They're all good kids. They're doing their work. Everything's, fine. Oh, look. Don't you hate when that happens? Now I got to find my pencil point. Hold, please. So you have to squeeze the little thing for the point to come out. And bang it. I don't know if I got it. So he said, okay. So about a half an hour later, he called. The security guy calls again. He said, no, are you okay there? Is somebody dialing 911? I said, no, we're all fine. We're up here on the 3rd floor. Everybody's fine. Oh, I didn't get the pencil point out. And, goodness me. Got pencil shavings everywhere now. Wow, look at all that. I thought was... Oh. And I said, no, we're really fine. He said, okay. 20 minutes later, phone rings again. I'm downstairs on the 1st floor with a police officer. Can you come down here, please? So I go down. And the police officer said, is anybody here dialing 911? And I said, no, sir, we're not. We're making phone calls to our donor base, but no one's, they're good kids. He said, well, I'm going to tell you this. If I get one more 911 call, I'm coming back here and I'm taking you in. I said, okay. So I went upstairs and I said to the kids, okay, no more dialing 1 calls, just dialing 1. Just dial local numbers. I think we even quit early that night. I can't get that point out. And here what was happening, what we discovered after the fact, what was happening was when some of the kids were dialing, and they were touch phones, they were dialing 911. They were laying on the number 1 too long, and it was double dialing. And I had no idea. So the IT department changed the call out number to 7 instead of 9. So we have the issue. So the next day I would work at night because we made our phone calls in the evening. So the next day, when I went into work, I would go in late the next day because we called a couple days in a row. So I got in around noon. My office door was closed, and there was a big bulletin banner type thing hanging on my office door with my picture on it, and words something like, have you seen this woman? She's a fugitive from the state police or whatever. Oh my gosh, my boss had an absolute riot with that. So yes, almost got hauled away. All right, I'm digging out a Posca, a white Posca, I hope. Well, this one doesn't feel like it's dry bones, dry bones, dry bones. Boy, that's really dry. I don't use them very often because they make me quite annoyed. Let's see if I got any. This one. You can hear the little rollerball thingies. bright. No one ever said, let's go back to the kids would probably be like, what's this? But I mean, I had been doing this job for years. I mean, years. And this was the first problem we had ever had like this. So for whatever reason, the kids were having an issue. See, it's just not that bright white like Dee Dee gets. See? Or maybe it just looks brighter on, but I mean, it is a Posca. I got the right brand. It's not like it's an off brand. Let's give it more of a shake. Okay, so now if I'm looking at this picture again, and I'm looking at that leaf, see, we can see where it kind of glistens. I'm going to try to make it glisten. Just hit it in a couple of different spots, and then maybe a little bit across the top. My dots are okay. But it's just like fagged out. See, it's just not real bright. I mean, let's try a little on the... Oh, it looks not too bad there. Okay, Carol. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. I'm not going to be on too much longer. I'm not even really getting any out. Whoa. Forgot to put the cap on. Just got a big blobette over there. Big blobette there. Oh, Lori. Well, that doesn't look too bad on the flower, right? Looks okay there. Let's see if I can get something going on this here wingding. I don't think it's going to look clear, but let's see. I put some here. I'm using a really light touch to try to just get It doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look like it's see-through. Like everything else, practice, right? I hate to practice. Doesn't look bad. Looks better on the camera, on the screen, than it does in person, actually. I do like it on the yellow flower, though. Maybe I need to use it more straight up, too. Let's see. Maybe I'll put a little bit here and there on the... I can't talk when I'm Posca-ing. Okay, now I'm going to go Posca crazy. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, let's do one other flower, and then I'm out. This flower here is really cute to me. It kind of reminds me of a black-eyed Susan. My grandmother had those in her yard. And hers were a deeper yellow, like the goldenrod color, and then dark in towards the center. Really kind of the coloring of that flower there, but maybe a little more orangey. And then a real dark center. So let's try this here skin color called cinnamon. Cinnamon. Don't forget the cinnamon. It's not as dark as it looks. But I'm going to put that in as my base coat here in the center. Then I'm going to take my dark brown and add some of that around the bottom of the flower. Hi, Elise. How are you? And right in the center, just a little bit, kind of make it look like an innie. Oh, innie. Sepia. That's a little darker yet. Not up quite as far. And then I shall hit it with the black. Can you see? And now I'm going to come in with my, I think I'm going to do the mineral orange. I kind of like the orange. It's kind of like, no, Elise, it's a coloring book. But I put some coffee water, painted it on, and then I used a stencil with some oxide ink for the background. Just coffee, instant coffee, and water. Made a coffee elixir. So now I'm just lightly putting in a base coat. And this is a Rusty Patch Bee. Oh, Michaels wants me to come shop with them so very bad. I think this is like the third or fourth advertisement I've received in the last 2 hours. I wonder if my husband will buy the excuse if I say, but they keep asking me to come. They miss me at Michael's. I must go see my friends at Michael's. All right, so that's just a really light coat. I think I'm going to try the terracotta. Just pull a little bit of that in. Real close to the center of the flower. Just kind of Can you see that very well? Yes, Barb, that's a great idea. I don't want to hurt their feelings, honey. How does that sound? I just don't want to. See, look, there they are again. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of this orange more towards the end of the flower. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it all the way down to the very bottom of the petal. The very bottom. All the way out to the edge. And then I'm going to take my white pencil and come in there. And kind of lighten that up a little. It's not really lightening up the way I want, but maybe if I put the orange back on top. Let's try. Let's give it a go. It's a little better. Let's try a little. Let's see here. I can't use my sharpener. Let's use the yellowed orange. See if I can get that to brighten it up. It looks a little brighter. Maybe I want that other. Maybe I want the Spanish. Is this the Spanish? No, this is Sunburst. Just hit or miss. The little pooch is saying, something's going on, Dad. All right, girls, I'm going to wind this up. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to put a little highlight of some kind on my center here. And let's make that a brighter color. All right, so it's Sunday. So Murray will be on this evening. And she comes on. Okay, great, Melissa. Oh, thanks, Barb. My pleasure. This is fun. Okay, so Murray's on tonight. And I think that's all on Sunday, correct? And she comes on my time, I think, 7 or 8 Eastern. Honest to Pete. Now I can't get this to come. I can't get this to come out. Oh, I picked up the wrong one, I think. I have to soak the head of that other little. I think the cap must not have been on right. I think I'm too heavy-handed to some degree, a little bit maybe. I'm Posca challenged. I should do this. Well, I think this stem's pretty much done. But then, like Dee Dee says, once it dries, you can go over it again and make that spot brighter. Let me try that. I wonder if it's dry. Don't make it dry, by golly. Oh, by gosh, by golly. Whoa. Blob it down. Oh, no, 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 no. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Pick it up with a brush, maybe. Oh, my gosh, my golly. That made it worse. I guess it's better if you just rub. Let's go back and do it again. Oh, you're welcome, Brenda. It's nice to see everyone. I'm sorry Elise just popped in and we're getting ready to go. It's time for me to grab some lunch, I think. And it's pinochle night for me. We play online with our friends in Colorado. Yeah, that's cool. That works cool. So I've got plenty left to do on this page. Let me hold it up for a moment. I'll post on Instagram when I get it done. Don't hold your breath though, because I usually take my time because, I'm busy doing, other unimportant things and fussing around. But I do thank you all for joining me. I have a lot of work to do on that bee. That wing doesn't look too terribly bad. I might come back over that Posca with that, see, this is what I do. With the pencil I busted. I gotta dig out I can't get any color out of that. I gotta fix my sharpener. All right, gang. Thanks for joining me. Good to see you all. Thank you, Barbara, for being my mod today. Appreciate that so much. And thank you, Dee Dee, for my super chat. That's very exciting for me. All right, kids. Take care. Have a good afternoon. I'll see you on the tube. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Lena, let's chat. I'll see if I can send you a message on Instagram. Maybe we can set something up. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.